Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this video on the Taurus New Moon happening May the 7th at 11:22 p.m. Eastern. So for some of you, this will actually fall on May the 8th. But the thing with these new moon energies or full moons, the exact time is key for understanding the planetary alignments. But when we are co-creating with these energies, you can absolutely do your new and full moon ceremony a couple days before or after, and you're still going to capture the potency of the energy. So, this new moon is very earthy, very sensual. It's bringing us back to the wisdom of our body. It's reminding us to work at a pace that honors our body and to move with intention. And it's really setting the tone for May, which has a very different vibe to it than April. So today we're going to dive in, look at these new moon energies. I'm going to support you in co-creating with them in the highest timeline possible. For those of you who are new here, when I do these energy readings, I'm studying the astrology and I'm also sharing guidance with you from the Akashic records. And I really want to support you in co-creating with these cosmic energies in a way that aligns with your highest path for this earthly journey. So if that resonates, be sure that you subscribe. I would love to support your journey. So let's take a look at a little bit of the backdrop to this new moon, because in astrology, it's really key that we don't look at anything in isolation. It is all part of a much bigger picture. And the more that we can understand that storyline rather than the isolated energy around the new moon, the more we can really co-create with this energy and just understanding what's at play on the planet at this time and in our own life. So we are coming out of a soul transforming month of April. Anybody studying astrology and energy was predicting this. We knew this was going to be a huge month with the eclipses. There was a lot of releasing for so many people, and a lot that was really releasing may still be releasing on a physical level as well. As the vibration of the planet shifts, we are calibrating to a new energy. So a lot of density that's been stuck in our body or our energy field is being cleared out, which can manifest as physical illness or pain that's releasing and leaving our body. And then, as we welcomed in the solar eclipse in the first sign of the zodiac, this is a new season, a new chapter that we are stepping into collectively and that we are stepping into in our own life as well. So, if you're really feeling like a new person or you're undergoing this like soul level transformation of clearing, releasing, really looking at and redefining what you want out of life, what actually matters to you, and what you need to start saying no to in order to step into that, you are not alone. I would say every single human on the planet at this time is feeling this, is feeling the transformation. And the Scorpio full moon really spoke to that as well. It helped us look under the surface, dig a little bit deeper, and become even more aware of the shadow aspects that want to come into the light, or the workings in our subconscious mind that we need to address in order to fully move forward. And that brings us to this Taurus new moon. So I'm going to share my screen so we can dive in to these energies. It's a very different vibe than what we've experienced throughout April, yet it's a continuation of that. So when we move from Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, into Taurus, where we have a number of planets right now, and of course, including the new moon, the sun and the moon, we're moving from this energy, which Aries embodies the excitement, the courage, the new beginning, the passion, the go for it energy, into Taurus, which is more grounded. It is the builder of the zodiac, and it helps us really look at what foundation do I need in order to create the life that I want? What is the foundation, the structure, the container I need in order to manifest my goals? Again, very practical, grounded energy. When we're working with Taurus, it is an earth sign that is also a fixed energy. And what I really love about this new moon is the intentionality that it's bringing. So it does invite us to slow down, but through slowing down, your manifestations can actually speed up. when you're able to move with intention, when you're focused and clear on what you desire and where you are going. And Taurus really speaks to our core value system as well. So it invites us to look at, what do we really value in our life? And I think our values can change during different seasons in our life. We tend to have core values that stick with us throughout our life journey, but different ones kind of take the spotlight at different times. So this new moon is so helpful to look at what really matters to you at this time in your life, and are you prioritizing it? And it sounds very simple, but yet so many of us get off track on this. We are giving our energy and attention to things that at the end of the day don't really matter. And then we wonder why we're not feeling fully satisfied in our life, or we may be reaching goals and achieving success, yet it doesn't really light us up, or it doesn't feel the way we thought it would. So really good time around this new moon, and really throughout Taurus season, honestly, any time in our life, it's so key that we come back to what actually lights me up, and do my day-to-day actions and what I am prioritizing, is it a reflection of that? And if not, what do I get to change? Now, Taurus energy is so connected to Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, which again, the vibration of the planet is shifting, literally shifting at this time. And we are calibrating to this new energy. We are co-creating with Mother Gaia while we are on this planet. So how we show up in our consciousness also influences what plays out in the world. And many of us are awakening. We're awakening to our divinity in a new way. We're awakening to a deeper understanding of our interconnectedness and our unity and the role we play in creating life on this planet. And if it doesn't look the way that we desire, knowing our power to create change. And a big part of that is Pluto and Aquarius, where power to the people, each of us are understanding our role in creating that heaven on earth that we envision. It's not outside of us, it's something each of us gets to awaken to and more deeply understand. So this new moon is a reminder to really take time to connect with Mother Earth through nature walks, barefoot on the grass, earthing, handing over to Mother Gaia what no longer serves you, seeing, feeling, experiencing that old energy leaving, being alchemized, walking on the beach, just spending time outdoors in nature can really revitalize our spirit. And again, going back to this concept that as we slow down, connect to our body, get clear on our intentions, things can move quicker in our world, in the sense of what we desire to create can come to fruition with greater ease and even at a faster pace when we are very intentional, instead of having like chaotic energy. We're disconnected from our body. We're not honoring what our body needs as the vehicle that carries us throughout life. This Taurus energy brings us back to the importance of that. Our physical body is our vehicle for this earthly journey, and to take time to really tune in and ask what we can do to honor it, what it needs in terms of the food we eat, in terms of the activity and the movement we bring to our body, and really just coming back home to that. So there's not this disconnect between our head and our body, but they're working in sync, they're working in harmony. Our body is on board with what we desire to create. And of course, that brings acceleration and allows you to connect with the wisdom that is held in your body, because the body is also a link to our subconscious mind, to our intuition, to the programs that we are playing that we may not consciously be aware of moment to moment, but our body knows. So when we can pay attention to how our body is responding to, whether it's a certain food, a certain person, a certain idea, a certain program in our business, a certain mentor we want to work with, if we can listen to how our body is responding to that, there's so much wisdom there. And then of course it's learning to trust your body. Whole other conversation, but things that are emerging in this new moon energy here. So the shadow side of this Taurus energy can be stubbornness, or not being willing to move, not being flexible, not being adaptable, being so stuck in your ways that it's actually creating tension in your relationships, or it's keeping you stuck. Remember, Taurus is a fixed earth sign. So in the highest octave, that's the persistence and the devotion to move toward what we want. But in the shadow aspects, it's stubbornness. It's an not being flexible, not being adaptable, holding grudges for too long, emotionally focusing on things that do not serve our well-being. So be aware of where that may come up. That's a good opportunity to let it go and work with this energy in the highest expression: devotion, persistence, dedication to the things that serve you. Now, Venus is also here, 10 degrees of Taurus. Venus is at home in Taurus, and this really brings us back to enjoying the beauty of this earthly journey. Venus in Taurus is like, enjoy, eat delicious food, walk barefoot on the grass, like surround yourself with things you love, materials that you love, clothing that you love, like just coming back to the gift of this journey and allowing ourselves to enjoy it and to really recognize what a blessing it is. And anytime a planet is in its home sign is very potent in the energy. So we're really feeling that. Now, Uranus and Jupiter are still conjunct here, although Jupiter, they're going to move their own ways later this month. Jupiter is going to move into Gemini, and this is going to bring tremendous shifts. This is paving the way for big shifts we're going to see in terms of AI and technology, especially when Uranus moves into Gemini. Like, we're already seeing AI becoming more prominent, people using this in their business, and that's not going anywhere. That, like, it's about to take off incredibly. Like, this is just the beginning. This is the tip of the iceberg, but we'll talk more about that energy as we get there in the videos to come. But right now we still do have Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus, and this can really speak to abundance. I often tell my clients and support them in anchoring into this frequency of merging with the energy of abundance, so there's no separation. It's a frequency we tap into, and then when we're aligned with that frequency, it is reflected in our external world. And there's things we can do, of course, very practically or through our actions to align with that. But first and foremost, it's a frequency and an energy we can tap into. And Taurus is one of the signs of the zodiac that is connected to abundance and even financial abundance and money. So this can be a new chapter, a new beginning for your relationship with money, allowing yourself to receive, which is so big for any of my spiritual entrepreneurs. We need to get really good at receiving to allow the flow of abundance to come into our experience, and not feeling guilt around it, shame around it. Allowing yourself to receive abundantly for your work is really something I stand for the light workers, healers, creatives of this planet. And I'm actually doing the second part of my free masterclass on how to turn your multi-dimensional gifts into a multi-six-figure business. The first video is now available on replay when you sign up. And then the second video is going to be live on May 10th. So I'll pop the link below. And the focus of the second video is aligning to your highest path for business success. In the first video, I take you into the records and help you activate your multidimensional gifts. We talk about how they can be used and expressed in your business to create that growth and that impact and that financial abundance that you desire. So very high value masterclass that I'm hosting for free. So I definitely recommend check it out. Link in the comments below. So big themes around abundance with this Taurian energy here. Now, the Aries energy is worth looking at as well. We actually have Mars in Aries, which is in its home sign too. So we have Venus and Taurus, Mars and Aries, very, very different vibrations, very, very different energies, but both very potent, very powerful in their home signs. And Mars in Aries is about that courage to be you. That courage to be you, not molding to fit somebody else's definition of success, or not changing who you are so you think you'll be more accepted by those around you. All of that is really yucky energy that we don't want to play in. So Mars in Aries is about come back to who you are, boldly own that. infinite intelligence wants to be expressed and experienced through each of us, and we are each unique. And the best gift we can give to the planet is being who we fully are, owning who we are. It is the best gift. So Mars in Aries reminds us of that, and it also gives us the drive to move forward with our goals. There's a lot of energy here around moving forward with what is important to you, what matters to you. It's the warrioress energy. It's about courage, not letting fear hold you back. So we still do have this energy of drive and momentum. And then coupled with Taurus, it's like, okay, let's ground it here. Remember, Aries gives us the drive, the passion, it's the initiator. Taurus is the builder. What do we now need in place to bring this to the world? So it helps provide that structure. So for instance, you want to start eating healthier. A practical step that Taurus would give us is if you go to your fridge and open it, what's in it? Do you have healthy, nourishing foods, or do you need to take that step so it makes it easier to achieve that goal? This could be in your business. You have a new group program. You want to bring in 5 new clients. Well, have you shared about your program? Are you selling it? Do people know you're offering this and what the benefits are to them and who it is for? Like, it's that very, okay, you have all these beautiful ideas. You're ready to go. And now Taurus is, let's bring some structure to it so it can really come to fruition. We also have this Piscean energy, which has been very significant as well. This is where we take astrology a step further. If you know where Pisces is in your chart, where Aries is, there's been so many planets. You can see all the planets are like coupled in this area of the zodiac. So for anybody in my divine creators inner circle, you can go in, grab your chart, learn where these energies are for you. For anyone, I again recommend knowing your birth chart so you know specifically where these energies are being lit up and activated in your birth chart, which is your soul blueprint. So for all of us, though, we have Saturn, Neptune moving through Pisces here. These are not new energies, but I feel called to speak to them because, especially as they're moving to the end degree of these signs, we're seeing the conversations around spirituality and religion really come to the forefront. And Pisces is about unity, interconnectedness, higher realms of consciousness, who we are beyond the physical. Doesn't really get this idea of boundaries or separation. It's like, we're all one, we're all connected. And Saturn is like the opposite energy of Pisces. So Saturn is about structure, it is about discipline, it's about defining things. So when we have Saturn moving through Pisces, we're seeing a lot of people wanting to define their spirituality, to kind of put parameters around it and really get clear on their beliefs, what they believe in. And it's like bringing a sense of structure to those spiritual gifts. And we've really seen that unfold in different ways. I know we all have. So that's all I'll say about that at this time, but there's definitely the awakening there. The last thing I want to touch on is Uranus is conjuncting the sun and moon here, the new moon, and Uranus is the awakener, the disruptor, and this is not a new energy, but very prominent energy around the Taurus new moon of looking at where you are afraid to make the move, afraid to make the decision, where you're playing it safe, but you know in your heart it's time to mix things up. It's time for something new. It's time to break the routine and claim something new. Like, these energies will just get louder until you listen, for all of us. And that's why Uranus can also be known as the disruptor at times. And not just for the sake of disruption, but moving us toward that evolution of our soul. We're not meant to stay stuck. We're not meant to stay stagnant. We're not meant to spend our entire life repeating the same patterns and ultimately feeling really boxed in. We're meant to grow, evolve, learn from the experiences in our life and apply those lessons so we expand and grow. We are able to choose. We all have free will. We're able to choose to align to our highest path for abundance, for joy, for our purpose work on the planet. None of us came here to stay stuck in old karmic cycles. We came to learn the lesson and move on. But because we have free will, we can stay stuck in a pattern our entire life if we choose. And this energy is about looking at, what is that pattern for you? What are those core patterns you've seen repeat throughout your life? And it's time, where is it time to make a new decision? Where is it time to decide this ends now? All right, that is our new moon in Taurus. Some really fun energies to play with here, to create with. I guess some main takeaways I want to share with you is take time to enjoy the beauty of this earthly journey. When you have that moment, that feeling of like, oh, life is good, I feel filled up, I feel excited, I feel lit up. Amplify that. We're so good at amplifying what isn't working. Our brain is kind of wired for that. That could also be a whole other discussion. Our brain is wired to keep us alive, which means it notices perceived threats in our environment, but we can also rewire our brain. And one of the ways to do that is notice what we are grateful for, notice those pockets of joy, talk about them longer. Stay there a little bit longer, hold the energy of it, allow the energy to expand and amplify. Taurus season is perfect for this, and so is the Taurus new moon. So below, I'll share some helpful links with you on the upcoming free masterclass, the Divine Creators Inner Circle, and my Instagram if you would like to connect and receive cosmic updates and guidance in between these videos. I am sending you all so much love. Happy new moon in Taurus, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.